Back to round 1 of our Donphan Battle Tower. We'll be playing against Die 1 in this round. And let's see what happens. Looks like our opponents are going to choose to go first. You almost never want to go second in this format, really. I don't think it's really much of an option. And we take a mulligan. Going to reveal what we're playing, but not sure that'll matter all too much. Starting with a Phanpy. And let's see what our opponent's playing. Ooh, Klefki and Cobalion. Interesting. So we must be playing some kind of metal deck. I assume we're going to see some Bronzors hit the bench here. That'll be interesting. I actually haven't played against any deck of this type. There's a Dialga, and there's a Bronzor. Let's take a quick look at Dialga. Chrono Wind, depending Pokemon is Pokemon EX, it can attack, and it doesn't really matter to us. And it does 150, but it's an EX, so Alright, I don't foresee us having too much of a problem here. Let's go ahead, play a Robo Substitute on the bench. Oh, whoops. Oh, yeah. Okay. And then Fighting Stadium. Let's play a Strong Energy there. Another Robo Substitute. And let's see in Bike and see if we can hit a switch or something. Nope. But there's a Juniper. Unfortunately, we drew 2 of them. But that's fine. So now the question I have here is whether I want to attach the Floatstone to the Phanpy and make sure that the Phanpy isn't going to get knocked out or damaged next turn, but also not have a tool slot open for him. I think I'm actually not too afraid right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and Juniper. If I don't hit it, it's unlikely the Phanpy is getting knocked out next turn anyway. Alright, let's drop another Phanpy. And then no, we don't have any support. I was going to say we can, theoretically, one play we can do is computer search for a Sigilyph or something of that sort, floatstone it, and then just kind of have our combo almost on board. But with no support, I don't think we can risk that. So I think we're just going to go ahead and tackle for 30, pass the turn and hope nothing crazy happens. Don't know all the cards in this deck, don't know what it's capable of, but we'll have to see. There's an Evo Soda, so I assume that's going to go ahead and grab a Bronzor and get this Bronzong, excuse me, and get this party started. Alright. There's a metal on the Cobalion. Our opponent probably realizes that we're going to have Sigilyph tricks going on. Calling for family. I assume it's probably going to get another Bronzor and an attacker. Not sure what the attackers can be. Dialga, Aegislash. Yeah, there's an Aegislash and there's a Bronzor. Perfect. Let's take a look at Aegislash. Ooh, the Mighty Shield's going to have a little bit of an effect on us. That's pretty unfortunate. So we top deck the Donphan. That was pretty fortunate. Let's go ahead and do that. And because this Donphan already has special energy on it, we're just going to go ahead and attach another one. The other Donphan that we build up will just not attach any special energy to. No worries. We're going to have to go ahead and play this computer search. Getting rid of switch and Robo Substitute, I think. To go ahead and get a card advantage card. I guess we're just taking a Juniper. Don't really feel like ending him too much. And have we discarded the Floatstone? We have. That's fine, I think. Let's just go ahead and slam this Juniper. Drew a Hawlucha. That'll be good for us. Let's go ahead, touch the Muscle Band. Can we knock out the Bronzong? Or can we win this, actually? 120. No, I can't. But we can knock out the Bronzong. Maybe that's just what we need to do. Yeah, let's try that. It's catcher, heads, take care of the Bronzong. It's also probably fine to go for the Dialga here. I'm not actually sure which is correct, but as he's kind of slow on energy drops right now, I just want to take care of this Bronzong. So we're going to go ahead and attack. Spinning turn, knock it out, and then switch to a Robo Substitute. We're taking one prize, and it's likely that we'll take another single prize off of a Bronzor, or even that Klefki. There's a Sigilyph, promotes the Klefki, draws a card, and let's hope he continues his supporter drought. There's an Evo Soda, so I'm going to reload the Bronzong. We do have Lysanders. As I said before, we don't have any more catchers, but I think that's fine. The catcher is kind of free to us in a way. And there's another Call for Family, which is fine for me. He's thinning his deck, which gives him a higher likelihood of drawing supporters later, but as long as he's not being aggressive, I think we're fine. And there's another Kabalion. He realizes what's up. Silver Bangle, the Fampy, Muscle Band up the Halucha. Drop the Sigilyph, even though it's not going to be the best versus him. Let's go play Karina, get a Donphan. And we also used our Bicycle. It's unfortunate that we had to use that early. Let's get Floatstone, I suppose. Also, could take Ultra Ball, try and thin our deck, but I think just having this assembled might be a bit better. No energy is unfortunate there. And then let's go ahead and discard the substitute. Send up the Donphan. Spinning turn for the knockout. I think we're actually going to go ahead and switch to the Halucha. Halucha's fine. He's going to promote the Kabalion, most likely. There's a fighting energy we need that'll be nice for building up this other Donphan. And we have no energy on him right now, so he can knock us out with a big attack, but it will have no effect otherwise. Perhaps I should have just done the Robo Substitute. Actually, that might have been bad. I've wasted a Halucha and a Muscle Band now. That was actually probably a mistake. I apologize for that. Hopefully it won't come back to bite us too badly. Opponent has Shauna in hand, so it's fine to end here. Go ahead and attach there, and then yeah, I'm just gonna throw this N out. He goes to 5 cards, I go to 4. I drew some spicy ones. And let's go ahead and attack. Doesn't quite knock it out. So we're going to send it to Robo Substitute, which is what we should have done in the beginning. That was a pretty big misplay, but as long as he continues to miss on energy, I guess he hasn't missed on energy yet, but he's putting all of his energy in this Kabalion, so this has been a problem classically with metal decks. They just don't have any acceleration. I played the old Kling Kling deck for quite a while in the past, and it had the same problem where if your opponent has any energy removal or you just struggle in energies, you're not going to get very far. And there's 80 and I can't attack, right? Yes. Alright. Not an issue. What are we going to do here? So let's start by playing a Colress for 8. Don't want to waste some of those resources in my hand. Interesting. Can't retreat. Let's go ahead and play an Ultra Ball, getting rid of Silver Bangle Sigilyph. Get a Fampy. Play that there, and then I can't attack, cannot retreat, so I'll just ship the turn back. Hopefully my opponent doesn't draw anything too good. If he does take a price here, or he is going to take a price here. He's also loading up this Dialga now. So we could be in some real trouble, actually. And there's a Shauna going to refresh his hand. Ooh, roller skates. Alright. I like when my opponent is 0 for 1s themselves. There's a knockout. Let's promote the Hawlucha with free retreat. Draw a card. Let's go ahead and evolve the Donphan. I'm kind of weary of ending here, but I also think we might just need the cards. Yeah, let's just end, kind of reset things, see what happens. That's fine. Play the Hawlucha. Retreat. Boom. Now the attacker he's building up now is Dialga, so let's go ahead and send up the Sigilyph, and we should be able to live for a turn. He doesn't have any energy on the Cobalion. Prize card was an N, not going to do us a whole lot of good. We're holding 2 N's and a Colress now, definitely going to slam the Colress next turn unless something crazy happens. There's a Versus Seeker. I imagine getting the Lysander. Do they have a way to retreat? Doesn't look like it. Attaches, going to go play the Lysander. Bringing up the Hawlucha and passing. Wow, that's pretty bad. Not really where you want to be. Let's go ahead and Colress and see if we can just kill him in card advantage. Well, I didn't draw a single card we can actually play, but that's fine. We have the Lysander, which is what we're looking for. And let's go ahead and send up, oops, the Robo Substitute. Don't want to let my opponent take any more prizes that we don't have to. A Kangaskhan. Wow, this guy is going deep. I respect this, actually. I'd be really interested in seeing the list. Although I guess I could probably make the list from what we're seeing here. He has 27 more cards left in his deck. So I'm doing, let's see, what's the retreat cost I'm doing? Just 2. So we're definitely going to go ahead and knock out the Robo Substitute. Send up Donphan. And I think we actually Lysander the Kangaskhan here and make him regret this decision. Switching to the Sigilyph. He draws a card. Hopefully he doesn't draw anything great. And pass the turn back and lets us have 2 more prizes. Alright, top decks plays a DC, not sure if he top deck or had in hand last turn. Looks like he's tanking, which actually could mean he has something, maybe he has like a N or something he doesn't know if he wants to. Well, I guess like he actually just slam in. He's actually just slamming a supporter here. I'm not sure what he could actually have that he's thinking about. Unless he's thinking about Mega evolving. And let's see. Hopefully, our dream scenario would be knock out this Kangaskhan. Oh, he just passes the turn. And then Versus Seeker for another copy of Lysander. So now we're reaching the point in the game where I just want to thin my deck out. We can definitely be end here, so we're going to Ultra Ball away 2 ends. We don't need Ultra Balls and we don't need ends, so we're going to thin our deck of 1 card. Well, actually, we're not because there's no more Pokemon in it. Let's see, how many cards are in our deck? 4. Okay, so we actually don't want to thin our deck all that much. And let's go ahead and retreat to Donphan. Knock out. Send up Hawlucha. And take 2 prizes. And there's the Versus Seeker. Ooh, there's our Versus Seekers. Awesome. So now, as long as we go untested, we can Versus Seeker up the Bronzor. Or sorry, Versus Seeker for Lysander, Lysander up the Bronzor for a knockout next turn. But stranger things could happen. Our opponent does have this draw step, and it is a Skarmory and a Metal Energy. So, looks like we have the game. Gonna go ahead and an alternate line of play is to Karina last turn for the Versus Seeker, but our Versus Seekers were prized, so important to keep in mind. Because Kareening for the Versus Seeker sets it up so we can actually just 100% Lysander the next turn, assuming we don't get end out of it. There's the Lysander. Play the Lysander on Bronzor. Attack. Spinning turn. And let's go ahead and send up Sigilyph. Ooh, roller skates. Let's see what happens. Oh, he hits it. Battle Reporter. Going into the Heatran. Important to note that I could have knocked out the Bronzor with this strong energy. That was just an oversight. My apologies for that. Thought this was a muscle band on this guy. So it was actually a pretty big mistake, but not going to hurt us in the end, since we are the luckiest and have 2 Versus Seekers. Lysander. And there's the knockout. So we made actually quite a few mistakes. You can tell that I'm pretty rusty with the deck. In this game, we let our opponent have many more turns than he should have. That roller skates at the end could have actually doomed us. That could have been pretty bad for us. Let's see what we get on the prize wheel. A tournament ticket. Perfect. So, a few mistakes, but we managed to pull back, mostly due to our opponent's poor draws. So, thank you for watching, and tune in for round 2.